High quality life is everyone's dream, and what makes them achievable is coding and manufacturing through CNC. So, hello and welcome. This is Himanshi Kaushik, your host of the day, and I would want to welcome you all in today's webinar on coding to manufacturing through CNC. And I hope that you are all safe, sound, and happy at wherever you're taking this webinar from. So, before we dive deep into today's session and the knowledge we're going to get today, let me introduce you to our experts today. We have two experts with us. First, Mr. Vineet sir. Mr. Vineet Pushya, Assistant Professor, Polytechnic and Mechanical Engineering. He is a magnetic personality with a teaching experience of more than 5 years. He is currently doing his valuable research in alternate fuels and biodiesels and has published 3 research papers under his name. His expertise is in CNC programming. And sir, I welcome you here in the webinar and looking forward for an amazing session, sir.
Thank you, ma'am, for giving this opportunity to impart some skills to the younger generation.
Yeah, and sir, I shall take this moment to introduce all the attendees to our second expert today. He is our admission nominee as well, Mr. Pankaj sir. Mr. Pankaj Vij, Assistant Director, Head Department of Tie-ups, Divisions of Admission, Lovely Professional University, a cognitive personality who holds a master's degree in management with a keen area of interest in training and development. With an experience of more than 2 decades in multiple domains, including teaching, training, and operations, he has occupied strategic positions in multiple organizations of repute. He is actually going to tell all the attendees and navigate all the attendees through the admission process, how they can take admission and what all the process is going to be able to take admission in their favorite course. So, sir, with this, I welcome you in here again. And without any late, I would ask Vineet sir to take over the mic, sir, and looking forward for an amazing session, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Thanks, Apollo. So today, I think many of us has already understand, or maybe they know about the automation. I think everybody has heard about this thing. Na? Automation is, we are doing something without the intervention of any human being. For example, I'll give you the very most common example is such as the automatic machines, washing machines. I think everybody's home, we have this automatic washing machine in which we just have to pour the detergent plus the dirty clothes, and what in the end we will get what? The clean, neat clothes out of it. So how does it possible? Means you just putting the some detergent in it and you are putting some your clothes, dirty clothes in it, and you're getting clean. How it is possible? This is possible, that is something is written in the machine itself, and that is called the coding. I think now you understand what this coding means. We are giving some instructions to the machine so that they can do the work by itself without any human intervention. And in today's topic, we are going to discuss how this coding is basically affecting our manufacturing system. Because I am related to some mechanical engineering, so I will be looking forward to this thing only in the mechanical engineering, in the production, I would say. So in here, so what is this coding? So in this, the modern way of manufacturing, what is the earlier way? For example, people were doing manual work. I think you might have known that people are using the rickshaws, manual rickshaws, but they are totally exhaustive. Similarly, in the productions, in the manufacturing industries, what do we have there? The people were doing the work with the help of some manual labor. They were doing all the hard works by themselves. But nowadays, with the help of CNC machines, which we will discuss just about this after this slide, the CNC machines are to be used, which are based on some codes, and they are doing some manufacturing of it. Correct. So what is the meaning of CNC? The CNC stands for computer numeric control. It means it is a computer which is controlled by the numerics. Numerics are nothing but some of the characters, some of the English characters, alphabet characters, plus some of the numerals. They all are clubbed in a way so that we can give the instructions to the machine and they can perform some productive work out of it. Why these machines are so much, I would say, the famous compared to the manual machines? Because these are created very accurate. These are manufacturing the products very accurate, very precise. And they have revolutionized the manufacturing industry since 1990. But what before that? Before that, the people were doing the work manually. In India, if I talk about in India still there are many industries which do not use such kind of CNC machines out there. People are still doing work on that manual machines, conventional machines, such as lathe machine, milling machines, planer machines, shaper machines. But now we are adding the computer into such kind of a machines, and we are making it CNC milling machine, CNC lathe machines. These are the examples of it. And as I said, that CNC is the computer numerical control. In the CNC machine, we are feeding the data. I think you might have in your 9th class or 10th class, you might have done some kind of a coding, whether it is a C, C++ or Python. You have known some of the codings about it. Similarly, that codes are also used in the CNC machines, computer numeric control machines. And why we are doing that? Because they are removing any kind of laborious work of the people. They are not the people who are, sometimes the people have to withstand the heat. Sometimes people have to withstand some of the various forces while working on to the lathe machine or simple machines. But adding these computers, what people have to do, their work is reduced at an enormous level. So that's why these CNC machines are to be used. Secondly, you might have following some kind of aeronautical that rockets and all, because I'm very fan of that, Elon Musk. So what he's doing, he's making some of the very robust rockets out there. But how to manufacture such kind of a spaceships or space shuttles? How to manufacture such kind of tedious works or such kind of difficult parts or products? How to manufacture them? Can we manufacture them onto the simple lathe machine? No, not at all. We cannot manufacture because they takes a lot of time, plus they are not so accurate as we want. For those kind of very intricate processes, very difficult processes, or very accurate processes, we need to use some kind of a machine which is controlled accurately. And that is the CNC machine, nothing else. That's definitely the CNC machine. So that's why in modern world, in many of the abroad countries, and even some of the very big industries in India, such as Hero, Maruti, they are using the CNC machines. Right? And if I talk about any small scale industries, they are beginning to use such kind of a machine in their industries. But yeah, the future is definitely the CNC. If I talk about a glimpse of this CNC machine from the beginning, so since 1949, these kind of machines are under consideration. The first machine was made by the MIT in 1949. It is given by the task was given by the US Air Force. Majority of the research or the development, or I would say the discoveries, are made during the World War I or World War II. And this is just after the World War II. And in 1952, they have prepared one kind of a NC system, NC machine, which is using some kind of a punched tape without any programming. Because at 1952, the computer were not so capable to do such kind of calculations by itself, right? So that's why in 1980, when the computer were very well known and it can perform various tedious tasks out of it, so we inculcate this CNC or computers to the machine. And they were doing, it is capable to do enormous kind of calculations by itself in a very less time.
Sir, I'm very sorry to interrupt, but sir, your video is not visible, sir. And sir, yeah, no, sir, it is, yeah. Again, sir, it is in different. Yeah, now it is, sir, now it is visible.
So continuing with that. So since 1980, we are using the way, we are actually checking out the ways through which we can entertain the computer into the machines. And since then, we are advancing our machines to up to a level so that they can produce the things like space shuttle. Correct. Their accuracy, preciseness is very great actually. And after that, we have a new system that is called DNC. That's not our today's topic to discuss, but our pure focus would be on the CNC machines only. Correct. As I discussed earlier with you, why we are using the CNC, why we are using the computer numeric control machines. There's only one thing, maybe some. They are the increased precision and accuracy. That how much, if I'm saying my size would be 10 centimeter, if I'm having a scale of 15 centimeter, let's say, then my size would be 15 centimeter. How precisely we can make that size for multiple times. Correct. In a manufacturing system, if I talk about, we have to produce the scales of like 10,000 or 1 lakh in pieces. So how we can do such work with preciseness all the time? If a human being has to do such work, he cannot do it. He cannot justify his work like this. So in that way, we have to use such kind of a machines which can do its work precisely, accurately, and with a very great speed compared to the human beings. They can produce millions of parts in just in a day, such kind of a simple parts. And even for the intricate part, they take less human labor to produce such things. Second is the faster production rate, as I discussed just now. Then the reduced waste. The waste is reduced because we are using the accurate parts. We are using the accurate designs out of it. So our production waste would definitely be reduced. Correct. Let's say if I talk about the same example to you, if it's an automatic washing machine, how much detergent you will pour into it? There's no calculation that we make. Do we? Sometimes if the clothes are less, we are putting more detergent into it. It means it is a waste. Obviously, it is a waste. If we are putting the less detergent into it, it means the clothes will not be clean. So how to precise this calculation so that our waste should be reduced? So in CNC machines, they are very accurate to do such kind of a waste reduction because they are producing up to the mark. Okay. And secondly, their capability to create very intricate or difficult products or designs by their own. So these are the benefits. That's why this technology is going to be emerging out nowadays. Yeah. So what is this coding means actually? As I discussed, as I told you that you might have done some kind of a Python or C, C++. If you haven't done that, but you know about, there's something called coding. But this in a mechanical engineering, this coding is perfectly different from the coding that we do in the computer science. Because in the computer science, we have and numerals. Using these two things only, we can prepare any program, we can create any design, we can create any product if we have the knowledge of it, and how we can use such kind of a codes. But it's not so difficult as compared to the C or any other computer language. And it is having just only two things, alphabets and numerals to use it. Nothing else. Just right on the screen, you can see. On the left side, you can have this thing called G code, and their meaning is written over there. G code is something we call it as a preparatory codes in the mechanical engineering language, I would say, in the CNC language. The G codes are called as a preparatory codes. So in this, you can see it's G00. It carries some meaning to G01. It also carries some meaning to. Correct. Using these meanings, using these codes, we arrange them into such a format so that it can be understandable by the machine itself, and then it can do the work as we ask to do it. Correct. For example, the G00. I will give a little example of it. The rapid traverse. Rapid traverse means how to move the tool so quickly between two locations. How to move this tool to it. So that is called rapid traverse. Similarly, we have a G01, how to do the cutting when it is a linear. G02, how to do the cutting when it is a circular format. Clear? So keeping these all codes in mind, we can make any type of program related to our job. Similarly, if these are the G codes, there are another codes called M codes. G codes and M code. M codes called as miscellaneous codes. Miscellaneous codes means which are used in the machines to do some kind of a extra work other than the cutting. For example, how to start the program, when to stop the program, and when to start the spindle, when to start cutting of the job, when to start the coolant of the job, or we need to change the tool. So such kind of a miscellaneous tasks are stored in these codes, in M codes. And this is the beginning and the end of the coding. It means just only the G codes, including the M codes, can make your whole program in any kind of a product. Any kind of a product. Get any drawing, and if you know how to use these codes, you can prepare the program from the starting to the end. Nothing else. We need nothing else in it. It's so simple, if I would say it's so simple compared to the any C language, any computer language that we have. Right? So it's not like in the LPU we have these kind of machines. This is called VMC, vertical machining center machines. This is one of the biggest machines in the LPU, in the mechanical department that we have. It can do the jobs like drilling and milling operations. Drilling, I think many people know about that. To create a hole in any kind of a wood, or to create a hole any kind of a metal, we call it as a drilling. Or maybe you have used such kind of a drilling machines at your home also, to hang hang any wallpapers, or to hang any sceneries on the wall. So we are using the drilling tool. But if I talk about in the bigger scale, in a bigger image, so we are using these machines out. And it is not the only machine in the LPU we have. We have this smaller machines also. This is the CNC lathe machine, or we call it as a horizontal machining center machines, in which we do the turning and facing operations. Correct? Like to reduce the size of any circular rotating element, we can use these kind of machines. And our students generally do the work onto these machines. They prepare their codes, they test it on a simulator. Once their codes are ready to work on the machine, so they just put their codes onto this machine and produce the part by themselves only. Students are doing actually these things. This is again the horizontal machining center. It is quite a bigger in size compared to the previous one. But yes, students are using it. Many MTech students are using to prepare their own research. PhD students are doing some research onto these machines also, to prepare the manufacture the different kind of products. So there, and even the diploma holders, what they have to do, they have to learn the machine, how to operate the machine. The first thing they learn is how to operate. What is these kind of things that is working on there? What is this red color? This red button is there. These are the various codes, or the buttons are over there. What is the meaning of these things? So the diploma holder people learn these things, how to operate the machine, plus how to create a program so that we can enter into the machine and prepare our own design. They are actually doing it. First of all, we have a design, we have a drawing. From that drawing, we have to create a codes. That codes having some meaning into it. We run these codes on a simulator, means a computer-based simulator, on which firstly we run the program. If our program is right, then we install that program onto such kind of a machines out there, and we produce our design. Right? For example, I'll give you, this is a design. Let's suppose this is a drawing. Correct? This is a drawing. You have to make this part given by any industry, and you have to produce it on the CNC machine. But how to write these things over there? Means how to guide the machine, or how to instruct the machine that you have to do this thing. How to do that? So these are the codes written in there. These are G90, since starting from the G90, this M30, this is all are the codes, just simple. As I told you, it is the alphabet and numerals, nothing else. Correct. And the format in which we are writing in there, that is carrying the instructions to the machine, and machine is finally producing it. See that? So this is not just ends up here. I'm going to share with you the simulator also, correct, in which we are going to prepare this program, the same kind of a product we are going to produce in that. Same kind of product. So let me share with you.
So it's not visible.
Yeah, one second.
Yeah.
One second. Is it visible now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It is visible, sir.
Okay. So this is the one of the simulator the students are actually using by themselves. They are taught to work on such kind of a simulator, and they are using it to produce the job. And this one job that I'm going to share with you, this is produced by the student itself. It's not prepared by me, it is prepared by the student itself. But this is a simulator. I think you guys have already uh, played some game onto the mobile, like how to land a plane on the ground. So do you actually this landing the plane on the ground? No, you have the simulator on your phone. What do you have? You have the controls. You have the simulator on your phone, and using that simulator, you are grounding that airplane. So similarly, the machines that we are talking about, the CNC machines, they are not so cheaper. They are costly actually. So if they have the cost, it means we cannot run any kind of a program right onto them, because we have to test that program onto. If you want, because if the machine read the code wrongly and they have destroyed the job, then it is also a wastage. It's also a loss of us. So what do? We need to run that program firstly onto the simulator. And if the simulator says, yes, it is actually fine, we have no problem with it, we can run this program right onto the machine, then we paste this program, or we in a pen drive, as you can say, in the pen drive, we take this program and we install it, or we just download it onto the machine, and machine can run it without any problem. So this is basically simulator. Again, the students are testing their design onto this simulator. They're not going to run the same program right onto the machine and right away. No, they are testing it here, and if it is fine, then they are going to the machines. Okay, the same way we are going to do it. That we have written the program of this given drawing that I have shown you previously. That drawing, how to produce it onto the simulator? How does it look like? So let's see it. This is the job that we have to produce. So let me do something to it. This is I'm storing the tool right over it. I'm taking the tool, so my tool is selected. Now I'm checking out my workpiece. What will be the size of my workpiece? So I'm just deciding it. So you can see my workpiece is changed now. So it's giving you the same kind of a feeling that you are actually using a machine out there. You're actually using it. So let's see, how does this work? See, this machine is now working by itself. With the use of that simple program or simple coding, you can see I can focus it there. Yeah. Now you can see this machine is actually working now. And now the worker who's actually working on it, he has to do nothing. He has to do nothing. Some people, the program, we call them as a programmer, they create the program, then they install the same program into the machine, and the worker's work is nothing. He has just to start the machine and stop the machine, and everything else is to be done by the machine. And this is nowadays, it's a very hot area to get the job in. It's very hot area. People do not know how to program a machine. So in the current, means in the India, as I told you earlier, these machines are not so popular, but in the coming years, it's becoming very popular in India, and they need a different kind of a person to tackle them. It's not the person who can easily handle the machine, no, who can program the machine part. who knows how to make such kind of jobs easily, and they can run up to million of times without any interruption, without any human being, without any interference of the human. For example, you are using the washing machine, automatic washing machine. So what do we have? You just pour everything into it and just sit back, relax. The machine is doing its work. That's it. Similarly, in here, what's the work of that operator? Nothing. He has to just put in the job, and finally he'll get a finished part out of it. As you can see, it's doing their work, and I'm doing nothing in here. Just program, giving the instructions to the machine, and that's it. It's all done. This is the final part of my program. Yeah. So if you just focus it, you narrow it down, see the little specifications are out there. See, it's kind of a circular. It's here. It's a circular. It's a straight. It's a taper. So every kind of a job you can produce using such kind of a CNC machine. But the only thing we need to know is the coding. How to do the coding of such things. And it is a very hot area to get the job in. And here in the LPU, this is not prepared by me. Actually, the students are doing it. And let me show you the actual drawing of the product. Let me share it. Yeah. Can you see this? It's just the upper half of the job in here, just the upper half. And you can see it's a front, it's a circular, there is a circular, and remaining else is the taper and straight. So it's very easy if you know such a few lines of the coding and the meaning of it, obviously. But with the use of this simple program, this one single program, you can produce such kind of a jobs million of times and with the same accuracy. But with the humans, this is not possible. Why? Because once we do a job for let's say 5 times or 10 times, and we get to know how to do it, and we get bored out. And once we bore it, we lack the interest into it, and then the mishappenings are there. We lose the accuracy. But these are the machines. They do not lose the accuracy. They have to produce it all the time, every time, the same dimensions, same specification. And similarly, I have another program for this thing. This one. This is a very simple program for what? It is for drilling. It is for drilling. You can see there are the few lines of it. Again, there are a very few lines of it, and you can use these few lines to produce these 3 holes right on the screen. This one, and this one. Again, these are not produced directly onto the machine. Firstly, these codes are run on a simulator, as we discussed previously. We run on this onto the simulator, and after that, if our code is perfect, if our dimensions are perfect, specifications are perfect, then we are using this code right onto the machine and we can create it. Similarly, this code also is produced by the student itself. Students are actually taking care of these things. So this is the CNC machine. So what could be the future? Is there any future still remaining? Yes. In the future, for example, I think you might have heard about the AIs nowadays. They are very popular nowadays. So in the future, these CNC machines can be controlled by the AIs. So this can be the advent of the technology. But before that, it is the human who has to teach the AI that how to write a program. So that's why these CNC machines are very, very important for nowadays, so that the student can learn about it, and then they can prepare various kind of products out of it with the given drawing, and they can produce, the machines can produce the products with much accuracy, with much preciseness, plus in a shorter time compared to the humans. I think this would have been very fruitful for you. So, ma'am, this is over to you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for the first thing is presentation, sir. Your way of explanation is really appreciated. And so thank you so much for crediting your time. And it has been very much valuable for us, and I hope for attendees as well. Gilbert Darnall has raised his hand. Gilbert, could you please write in down your query in the chat box? Sir, until Gilbert writes a query, I just wanted to know, there's one query from an attendee. She wants to know what all are the advancements that student in LPU has done regarding the course.
Sorry, come again.
So what all are the advancement that students have done regarding the course? As in, she wants to take the admission, I believe.
Okay. So first of all, the codes that I have shown you, these are the very simple codes, because these are just for the turning purposes or the training purposes. But the students have gone into the advanced programming also, in which we are actually shortening the programs. Because if I would say these are a few steps of a program, but if I wanted to do multiple jobs in a one thing, so I have to write a lot of lines of the program. But here the students, what they're shrinking the program down to narrowing, means narrowing the program so that they have to write less. This is what they are actually doing.
Okay, and Gilbert, we still haven't got your question. Could you please write it down in the chat box so that we can, because you have raised your hand, I believe. So we're waiting for the question of Gilbert. Okay. Okay, meanwhile, sir, we can take up another question. And okay, this is a question regarding admissions. So for all the questions regarding admissions attendees, I want you all to know that we will be having our admission nominee with us, and he will be actually guiding you through the process. Okay. Okay, sir, there's another question. Okay, Gilbert is again raised his hand. Just a moment. Gilbert, could you please write down your question in the chat box? Because okay. Okay, sir, there's another, again the question is from the attendees. Okay, so with this, I believe all the questions of the attendees have been resolved. I see in here there are no questions. And sir, with this, thank you so much for teaching students and making their mind juggle between the coding and the manufacturing as well. So there's one question that has come from the attendees, and is that if they take admission in the course that is there in LPU, what will how teachers will help them in achieving their success?
In the coding, or what she's asking for?
So basically, it's directed towards the course, sir. So I believe maybe asking for what all opportunities a person, as in a specific person, can have while taking admission from LPU specifically.
Okay, if it is talking about the course now, so we have the teachers who are PhDs in here. Secondly, we have the softwares or simulators or the computers as per the requirement of the students. Thirdly, the teachers are available to help the students at any time when they are free. They can ask them, they can approach to them at any time.
Okay, I believe, sir, all the questions. Okay, this last question is, sir, is there any abroad opportunity for students from LPU if they want to go abroad with the course?
Yeah, there is a opportunity. Like the students can do half of the program right in India, and half of the program means a semester or a two in any other country as per their requirement or as per their choice. We have the means connections with many of the universities in abroad also. LPU has the connection.
Okay, I believe all the queries of the students have been resolved regarding this, and we still were waiting for Gilbert's question, but we didn't get it. No worries. Okay, I believe now, sir, thank you so much again for resolve. Okay, we have got the query. What Gilbert, could you please write it down again, because I believe there is some mistake in the question. Is it what is LAPU? Is there anything, sir, that's related to LAPU? Is it a coding or something?
No, I
Okay. Okay, Gilbert, could you please write it down again? Because I believe there is something that is missing in the question. We are not able to get the question, Gilbert. Okay, Gilbert, LPU, what is LPU? Okay, LPU is the name of Lovely Professional University, Gilbert. It is the name of the university. I believe when you have registered for the webinar, you must have seen here, that is LPU, that is Lovely Professional University, and we're providing the course that you've just taken a webinar for. Okay, now for all the admission related queries, we have our admission nominee with us, Mr. Pankaj sir. So I would request Pankaj sir to navigate all the students here and guide them through the process, sir. And over to you, sir.
Right, thank you. I'll just present my screen. I hope I've got the rights. Himanshi, I guess my screen is visible.
Yes, sir. Yes, it is, sir. It is visible.
Okay, great. So a very good afternoon to all the students and all the parents who are watching this particular broadcast. So the technical session is over and the student must have got the answers to their queries. And now it's time to tell the students what exactly they can expect when they come to the university, what kind of a campus you can expect and what kind of a campus life you can expect out here when you come to the university, which is Lovely Professional University. So I'd like to start on a very, very positive note. That is that the year was 2020 when the Tokyo Olympics had to happen, but did not happen owing to this pandemic thing. So they happened in 2021. Anyhow, 13 of our brave hearts from Lovely Professional University participated in the Olympics, that is Tokyo Olympics 2020, and they brought laurels to the country. You name a person like the Bajrang Punias, the Neeraj Chopras, Manpreet Singh, captain of the Indian hockey team, and so on and so forth. They are all our students, and they brought laurels to the country, to the state, to the university. So it's not only that LPU is creating academicians and LPU is creating people who are researchers or so on and so forth, but we are also creating people who are sports person of repute. So on that particular note, I'd like to start on with this webinar. Another thing, quite recently, Khelo India University Games concluded and LPU stood second in this particular event. Neeraj Chopra, I was talking a little earlier. He is the flag bearer of LPU. What you're seeing on the screen right now are alumni who have bagged a package of 1 crore. So these are our flag bearers when it comes to good placements. Quite recently, our Honorable Chancellor, Dr. Ashok Mittal, was called to the House of Lords, British Parliament, to address the Lords. So what I want to say over here, or what we want to reiterate over here, that the knowledge flows from top to bottom. So the intellectual capital with Lovely Professional University is not limited to academicians, but it's from top to bottom. Rankings for any university, rankings are of prime importance, and rankings are as follows. The World University Ranking has ranked us 23rd amongst the top Indian universities. That's a very prestigious ranking worldwide. Then this is NIRF, which is the ranking by the Ministry of Education, Government of India. We have been ranked 47th in India from amongst all the government and private universities in India. There are over 1,000 universities in India, and we've been ranked 47th all over India. We have been ranked 13th in law. We have been ranked 12th in architecture and design. We have been ranked 19th best in pharmacy. We have been ranked 51st best in engineering. So engineering, our ranking is above quite a few NITs and IITs across India. So we have been ranked 51st in engineering by none other than the Ministry of Education, Government of India. We have also been ranked 34th in B schools, that's the business schools, management programs, business management programs. We have been ranked 74th, that is by the Times Impact ranking. and we have been ranked 74th globally. So we can proudly say that we are proudly Indian and truly global. In the Atal ranking, we have been ranked 3rd. What about the campus life? This is what you can expect when you come to the campus. This is the campus life that you can expect. Well, the year was 2019, and we hosted the 106th edition of the Indian Science Congress, which was inaugurated by none other than the Prime Minister of India, Shri Narendra Modi ji. So the Prime Minister of India has been to the LPU campus. A few years ago, His Holiness the Dalai Lama was here to give away degrees in one of the convocation ceremonies. 2 former presidents of India and Afghanistan shared the same stage, giving away once again degrees to the students in one of the convocation ceremonies. Late Shri Arun Jaitley ji, the former Finance Minister of India, was here a few years ago, and he inaugurated a startup school. Gauhar Gopal Das, a very well-known spiritual leader, was here giving away live sermons to the students, to the parents, to the teachers. And these are the kind of intellectual people that we call to the university. Yes, these people also come to the university, the heartthrobs, who are the heartthrobs of our young generation. They don't come just to the university to sing and dance. Yes, they do this thing as well, sports people and celebrities, Bollywood stars, but they interact with our students, sharing their life experiences. And these life experiences are worthwhile for the students to listen to. Henceforth, we call these people because they have a lot of influence on our young generation. And obviously, people studying in a university are the young generation or the future of India. Followed by that, let's talk about the infrastructure of the university. What you're seeing on your screen right now is the central library of the university. It's a fully automated library that we have got. Otherwise, every department has its own library. That's a marvel of a building, 14 blocks joined back to back, housing the central library in quite a few blocks, plus the auditorium of the university. Let me give you a glimpse of the auditorium of the university. That's the auditorium, having a capacity of 2,500 people in a single go, and all the cultural events, concerts, and things like that happen over here. Well, at the heart of the campus, it's a 600-acre campus on National Highway 44. We are located, and at the heart of the campus, we have got a mall. Let me take you inside. That's the interior of the mall. You don't have to go outside to purchase your stuff. If you want to purchase your stuff, that you can do within the university premises. The mall also has quite a few recreational facilities, such as the bowling alley. If you're a health freak, which you should be, we have got gyms, which are manned by international trainers of repute. God forbid any student falls ill, but if any student falls ill, we are ready. We are ready with a hospital within the university. It's a 25-bed hospital with resident doctors, medical staff, sports staff, and even we have got a dental chair at your disposal. Well, that's the reason of our sporting success, the indoor sports complex. Let's go inside. We have got swimming pools, all-weather swimming pools, Olympic size. Then you name a court, you get it. You name badminton, volleyball, basketball, even a squash court is at your disposal. We have got shooting ranges. We've got cricket pitches. We've got football pitches. That's a panoramic view of the university, a night vision of the university. Well, students, this slide would be of prime importance for all of you. You can visit us at www.lpu.in. That's our official website. You can always write to us on admissions@lpu.co.in. If you have any queries, you can always write to us, or you can speak to our experienced counselors at 1-800-102-4407. That's our admission helpline number, or you can inquire about the various programs that you might be interested in. So the students who are watching this broadcast can obviously take a snapshot of this particular slide, because this would be of importance to all of you. Himanshi, that's all from my side. Over to you, back to you. If students have any questions, they can go ahead and ask me.
Thank you so much, sir. First, thank you so much for again an insightful presentation, and for the students and guiding students and navigating them through the process and what all they can expect while entering in the university. I believe, sir, we're waiting for the questions. I believe there are no question asked for the particular admission process. I believe all the queries have been resolved. As because your explanation is, it is great and it is really appreciated, sir.
Thank you.
Since we're not getting any questions, sir, I shall take permission from the expert as in you and Vineet, sir, to wrap the session. Can I, sir?
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Okay. Okay then. Okay. So thank you so much to all the attendees and all the participants to be coming here and attending the session. I hope you have enjoyed it. I hope you have got the amount of information that you've expected before joining the webinar. And until next time, thank you so much and stay safe and stay healthy.
Thank you.